Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our last live broadcast for today. For those of you that are in boot camp, please let me know what you need. Please type your questions in the chat window. So please let me know what you need, because after all, this is an Ask Max session. Well, let's see. Nick's got a conversation we'd like to look at. Tiffany's got some conversations. And looks like Sheila's got some conversations too. Okay. So we're going to have some fun. First, let's come over here. And let me log out of my account. Now let's jump into Nick's account first. Let me unmute.
Whoops, where am I?
There you are.
Very good. Did I unmute, Max?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I think you were helping someone else with a similar experience in the past, and I didn't quite catch it, so I thought this one was kind of interesting. Very aggressive on LinkedIn, but is he a prospect?
Okay. So let's take a look. So what's the person's name?
James Carcosia.
He's right up here at the top.
Yeah, right at their top, and I just replied to him. I was wondering, that was based on something Tara and I had talked about, and I thought that might be a good response.
Okay. So let's see who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Logistics specialist. Find a business online.
You'd made a point the other day that, a lot of folks don't always keep their profiles update, but in his pitch to me, it's all about franchise opportunities, this, that, and the other, without anything very specific.
Mm-hmm.
But again, pretty aggressive. I like his mojo, but again, I want to, the thing I love about what we're doing with all the stuff, Max, is, the more selective we are, the more successful we're going to be. So this is an area of being selective that I want to get a feel for how I'm going to behave in the future.
Gotcha. All right. Now, remember, social networking law number one, what you see is what you get.
Okay.
So looking at his profile, he's only going back to May 2021. So he's a logistics specialist. And then a year later, he's a recruiter. Find a business online. Okay. So again, one question that should always be in the back of your mind is, well, what do you do before? Now, whenever you run into somebody that's trying to sell you something, we want to avoid talking about what he wants to sell you and talk about them. Okay, so find a business online. Now remember, we ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions begin with the words who, what, when, where, how, and why. And we could literally take any one of those words and use it with their language, helping people to find the right franchise. How do you do that? What kind of a franchise?
I like it.
Why are you doing this? And so, all right. So by the way, let's take a look at what he says here about. So a logistics specialist at Transia Biomedicals. All right, so that's his job. And in addition to that, he says he's doing something else. Have a side hustle, reaching out to leads interested in franchise business opportunities. And many times, people use that term franchising to describe network marketing. Driven, leveraging my network and sales skills. Okay. So now when somebody's trying to sell you something, let's see. So I noticed that you already have a remarkable job history and might be seeking another next opportunity. Are you open to learning more about potential franchise opportunities in your area? I fill you in with more information about this. In my 2 years. Have a better perspective. We have franchise concepts in different industries. Start their own franchise business. Okay. All right. Now, the one area that you don't want to go to is this. Hey, I'm not looking for one, but would you like to hear what I'm doing?
I hear you.
Okay. A better way to approach this is to use a strategy that I call the sidestep. So, do you have time for a 10-minute call? Well, you don't want to get on the phone with him because all he's going to do is he's going to pitch you in what he's selling.
Right.
So the way you do that is you kind of do the side steps. James, I would definitely love to talk to you, but this is it's a crazy week. So maybe let me check my schedule. Today's Friday. So maybe we can, let me check my schedule next week. Maybe we can set that up. Now he's there right now. So what we want to do is we put off the call. And then we want to find out what's he doing? Now, he may not be open to telling you what he does because that's what he wants to tell you about on the phone. So the easiest way to get around that, because remember, his profile only takes us back to 2021. So the question is, what did you do before? So what we could do is so this was a little while ago. So now, one of the other things that you want to avoid when you're messaging somebody, don't put their name in here.
Oh.
Okay. don't put their name in here. You know, it's obvious. You're Nick, he's James, okay?
Yeah.
But the beauty of not putting the name in there is, you know, you could always come back and say, oh my God, I sent this to the wrong person.
Oh, great idea.
But if you put their name in it, it's kind of, you know, or we could say, you know, I was talking to another James. All right. So
Well, at least I didn't say Mr. Carcosia, so it's easier to say I was talking to another James versus
that's right.
another.
Got it. So let's do that. So
Okay.
we're gonna come over and we're gonna use, let's go over here to
Oh, our little GIF.
a little gift. This is something that you're absolutely gonna love because
Yeah.
it just gives you a chance. Here we go. So it will hit this. Send it over first. All right. And then we're gonna go, oh my God. Believe that this message to you LOL for laughing out loud.
Hmm. Max, the thing I love about this, I love self-deprecating humor. I think it's a great
Yeah.
way to operate, and so I'm glad that you do that as well.
Yeah. Well, so now what we want to do, now we want to ask him, now we want to ask him a question.
Yes.
So,
And Max, I'm always willing to ask for more, but you know, as I think, you don't have any everyone on this call probably knows. I mean, I'm a private coaching client. We're doing it great. Is there a world where this folder of gifts might be available to me as a private coaching client?
well, yeah, you know, that's one of the things that, you know, I mentioned it last night in boot camp.
Nice.
I'm putting all of these in folders and
Beautiful.
I'm going to be making them available to people in boot camp, but
Oh, sweet. I'm doing both.
yeah, but for my coaching clients, I I've got the cream.
Okay, cool. I like the sound of that.
Okay, you know, I have the cream.
There you
So
go.
message,
I'll take it.
so the message that I was going to send to you was, see, we just told the other guy,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, we said, hey, I'm not looking for another opportunity.
Yeah.
Uh, the message I was going to send to you was, wait, again, I sent you that last, look, next week. Now, so what we want to do is we want to ask them a question. Um, What? Now, we have two things we could do.
I really like that second paragraph.
Well, it just, here's the funny thing about this. You can use this when somebody wants to get you to the telephone. You could use it. You could probably get 3 pieces of information out of them to learn enough to know whether or not you even want to get on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you do prior?
Mm.
I will send it over. Now,
Beautiful. That's universal.
exactly. Exactly. You want to get the guy's history. So now if we look at this, he's a logistics specialist. And he's been doing it now. He's he's got a full-time job.
Hmm.
And then sometime in last year, he picked up this, find a business online. So how's that working for him? Okay, we want to now how's that working for him? He obviously one of the first questions we'd want to ask is, so why'd you do this? What prompted you to do this? But it helps if you know, what did he do before? Certainly, though he doesn't give us a year, there's very little here. So if we know, what did he do before this, then we've got a trail. Because the truth is that whatever he was doing before, he started to do this. And then he started to do this. Now, if he's looking for another income stream, how's find a business online working for him? Because if he really wants to generate some extra income, man, can you imagine where he would be if he was working with you for a year? So here, look, you are a top earner in your business. And folks, all of you, whether you're, like Nick, who's made millions in this business, or whether you're just getting started in your business, this applies to all of you. Even if you're just getting started in a business, you find out what these people are doing. What are you doing? You've been doing this for a year and a half. And what is it? And does it generate any kind of residual income? And the conversation that you'd have with him, now, okay, you just saw it. So you have his attention.
Mm-hmm.
And now the question is going to be, you always want to ask them an easy question to answer.
Easy question to answer. I like it.
Okay. Always make it easy. What did you do before you did this? Now, he might not want to tell you, that I used to work for Federal Express, or, I was an Uber driver for 2 years. Whatever it is. Now, what we can say is, So we said, I'd be up for talking next week. Now we asked them a very, very simple question. Now, we don't have to stay here and stare at this. What we can do is we can, let's come back over here to the message area. And okay, this is all from today. So let's come down a little bit. So every day we're reaching out to people.
Mm-hmm.
So let's come down here a little bit. So let's look at Rebecca.
Yeah. I tweaked my icebreaker to her a little bit.
That's okay. You know, you really should.
Yeah.
Now, let's take a look at Rebecca is a health coach, self-defense coach, perpetual learner.
And the way she connected with you, Max, was one of your, the way I got connected with her was using one of your suggestions on who I'm reaching out to. I think she may have been from one of the companies that you identified recently, making some big changes and impacting some peeps. So I've got a great list of people I'm connecting to through Noom. That's what it is, Noom. Yep.
Yep. So, and Noom let a lot of people, they started letting people go last October. So let's come down here. So she worked at Cracker Barrel 2 months, and she goes over here. She nutrition technician, server. So she's a server at Cracker Barrel. God, I love their breakfast. Oh.
You and me. Breakfast all day.
So, okay, so she's a server here, and then she becomes a behavior change coach, just to help people lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
So having a conversation with somebody, you know, and you kind of review their history.
Yeah.
And so an interesting question would be, you know, what prompted you to become a coach? Easy question to ask, and it's an easy question for her to answer. So she did this up until April. Now we know we have a general script and a strategy. When you see somebody has an open to work frame around their picture, okay, that's what that. So they're telling you they're looking for work. Now it could be that they're looking for work around what they currently do. For example, if she was currently a health coach, she's open to work. She's got that frame open to work around her picture because she wants to help everybody get healthy. So I'm open to work to help you, or they're open to work because they're looking for a job.
Yeah.
So in her case, she's a Thrive coach. Now, question is she open to work because she doesn't want to be a Thrive coach anymore? Or is she open to work because she, you know, she wants clients for her business? So that's primarily the question. So what, because she started this in January. So she started this in January, and probably she started this in January because she saw the writing on the wall, because Noom was letting people go in November and December. But we always want to ask questions that are easy for people to answer. What why did you stop working? Why did you stop working? So she did this for 3 years. So an interesting question, easy for her to answer, would be, why did you stop working for New?
Mm.
Now, we know why, okay? But it's okay to ask questions we think we know the answer to.
I think those are the best questions to ask.
Exactly. Because we want to make it easy for her to answer. And the easier you make it. So let's come back. Now,
When did I send her that?
okay, good. So one of the first things you want to do when we start a conversation is send them some kind of an image that they would like, they would appreciate. Now, I gave you a bunch.
Yeah.
But let me just show everybody. If you go over to Brainy Quote.
Yep.
All right. And we're going to go over here to dreams. Excuse me. Because everybody has dreams. Now, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Now, what's nice about Brainy Quote is you can take the same quote and put different backgrounds. Like this one's a flower. This one's a river or stream. Let's go with the flower because she's a girl. So we're going to copy this. Then we're going to come back over here. And he still hasn't answered this yet.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the next one over. Oh, there it is. You got it.
Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
So first, we're going to pop that in there. And then we have our script. Let me pull that up. So everybody can see it. And
Hey, David, I'm on this call real quick. But I saw you call and want to pick up.
okay. So we have the first
Yeah,
message,
it's the second switch away from the toe.
second message. So to start a conversation,
Thank you very much.
send
Bye.
the image. And
Sorry.
then we add the message.
Yep.
And remember, so for profiles with open to work frames, if they're currently working, why do they want to leave their current job?
Hmm.
We pop that in there. I hope you enjoyed them. And now let's go with the regular program. Okay, so she's a health coach. She's open to work. And she says she's doing this for 7 months. So why is she looking for another job if she's working with Thrive? Got to go back to the actual message here. Okay. Oops. Why look for another opportunity? Now, actually. Now. I just went back on what I said. Why did you stop working with Noom after working with them for over 3 years? That's gonna be
Okay.
an easy question for her to answer. Of course, the next question we'd want to ask is, so, why are you, what do you do? What do you want to do now? Now, James here saw the message, but he is probably messaging a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And, but again, before you agree to talk to him on the telephone, now we could come back. And this is gonna be for James.
Oh, I see.
Now, what's interesting is you always want to have an end result in mind when you're talking to somebody. And quite often you'll find we'll come up with, did you ever play chess?
I don't. I wish I did.
Okay, checkers?
Yeah, little checkers. Yep.
Okay, so with checkers, you move your checker. And it's kind of like you plan ahead. So I'm going to move my checker here. He's going to jump me. And then I can jump him, but I got to double jump if he jumps me.
There you go. I like it. Yep.
Okay. So you kind of like you're planning things ahead. In chess, it's exactly the same thing. You move, I'm going to move my pawn here. He's going to take it, and then I'm going to take his bishop with my knight. So if I do this, he's going to do that. When he does that, I'm going to do that. When he does that, I'm going to do that. And you try to plan out 3 or 4 moves ahead. The better player you are, the more of this that you can do. But that only works if they follow up and do what you predicted. If they do something else, then everything changes. So for James, because we don't want to get on the telephone. So you could always ask, do you have, before actually not before we not invest, waste.
Ooh, yeah.
There's time. And learning more. What you do. Have a website.
Hmm.
At first. Debbie? No. Okay, I will. Let me just finish this. All right. So again, it's all about saving time.
Hmm.
We only want to talk to people that, again, we think long-term could be a prospect for your business. So with Rebecca, let's take a look at Rebecca's profile again. She's a health coach, self-defense coach, perpetual learner. So the conversation, where you really want this conversation to go, clearly she's ambitious. Okay, she went from being a server and a shift leader to becoming a coach. Now it's funny because a lot of the top earners in network marketing, as they're rising in the ranks, they don't look at themselves as network marketing leaders or coaches. They look at themselves as coaches. I'm a lifestyle, a life coach, because I help people change their life. So in her own way, she's doing this. The thing is, when she was working for Noom, she would get a small amount of money for signing somebody up, and then she gets a fraction, and she might get something, not much, for continuing in the program. But that's as far as it goes. The difference between what she was doing for Noom and what network marketers do is, in network marketing, not only would she get money, or you get money for joining, you're building a team. In your business, you're helping her help people start their own business. You're helping her instead of doing something, making money for Noom, she could do something and make money for herself and help other people. So here she's got the same thing. Now here she's been doing this for 7 months. And again, the thing is, okay, so she's a coach with the Thrive Empowerment Center. Now is that her business, or is she working for somebody? Is the Thrive Empowerment Center her business, not just contract? So it means she's working for somebody else.
Hmm.
And that's, so how is that going? She's got this open to work frame around her picture. Does that mean she's looking for people to put into the Thrive Empowerment Center? And how's that working for her? Now, an easy way to transition to talking about what you're doing without coming across as a salesperson would be to say, most of the coaches that I work with on LinkedIn are all working with a network marketing company to generate a side income. What network marketing companies have you worked with? Or what experience have you had with the network marketing business model? You're saying that without being salesy. You're just trying to learn more about her. And if she has had experience or had a negative experience, you find out. It's all part of learning about the other person.
Yes.
Okay. And that's all you're doing. You keep asking questions to learn about the other person. And at the same time, what we do is we beef up the conversation. We beef up the relationship with posting. That's what it's all about. Because what you post builds your credibility. It positions you to be someone, even if you're just getting started in your business. Your profile, when it's properly worded, gives you posture,
Posture, I like it.
gives people, so when people look at your profile, okay, now let me share with you. I know we've got a group coaching thing in 30 minutes, but let me show you what you can do, especially for people that you reached out to that, let's say, have lost their jobs. So first, we go over to home, and we're going to post, and we're going to go to downloads. And we're going to go with and gifts. No matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So now we post this. But you'd appreciate this.
Just to everybody, yeah.
Now, you're posting this, and actually, we're posting this to everybody, and what we really want to do is we want to edit it. I thought we're going to take this out because this is going out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're just going to save this.
Yep.
All right, now.
And this thing, I think I saw this on another Ask Max, which we're about to show here. This is powerful. Anybody who hadn't seen it before.
Yeah. So here we go to send it. And what we want to do is we want to open up, don't work off of just one page on LinkedIn. Okay. So you got, this is your home page. You go over here. This is another page on LinkedIn. Go over to your network. See who you're connected to.
Mm-hmm.
And we could scroll down and look at the people that you're connected to that you're working with, or these are the people you're connected with.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is we come over here to filters, first level, and let's put in Zoom.
Okay.
So these are people that are all with Noom.
Look at all those green lights on.
That's right. That's the beauty of this.
I love it.
So right over here. So this is Bethany. You go back over here, put in her name. Here she is right here. I think that's her. Let me see. Bethany. Nope, Bethany Cash.
Yeah.
All right, so pop that in there. You come back over here. Health coach. We know.
Ooh, right there. She puts it right out there, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah. So now her name is Dana. You come back here. We just have to make sure we send it to the right person. So that's Dana Robinson.
Robinson, yeah.
Robinson.
Yeah. Max, would you say that, I mean, almost all the posts I'm doing are GIFs or photos or things like this? Is that generally, that's a good area to stay in terms of a nice graphic like that for your posts, as opposed to, you know, other content, if you will?
Yeah. And you know, and there are some other ones that we're going to share with everybody in that file that I'm going to send over.
Okay, but I love this concept.
You know,
And it's so easy.
exactly. And what you're going to find is that these posts build rapport. They build the relationship between your messages. Just because somebody doesn't answer you doesn't mean that they're not going to talk to you. You might ask somebody a question, they don't answer you, but you really think they're a great prospect for your business. So what are we going to do? We're going to keep posting, keep posting, keep sending things to them. And that's all there is to it. Now, tomorrow we have an Ask Max session at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
And then on Monday, we have one at 9:30 and we have one at 4. So that's 3 hours. Then on Tuesday, we got 2 more hours. So that's 5 hours for those of you that are in boot camp to get on here, get your questions answered. And our goal is to help all of you make 5 sales before the end of boot camp.
Yes.
All righty. So Nick, I'll see you in about, I guess, 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you something. I'm really excited about what we're doing with your group. And to a certain extent, I owe you, and everybody else owes you a debt of gratitude and thanks, because in trying to figure out new ways to help you and your group go faster, I came up with this whole strategy that we're sharing with people in boot camp. Of course, you guys are getting the cream. You know, I hope my coaching students always get it first, and some of the stuff that we're going to develop, you know, we'll open up maybe in 6 months when we've got lots of success stories.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I'm very grateful for Max, and anybody who's listening. That's the thing I love about this stuff. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it again. This isn't rocket science, but none of it is anything I would have ever thought of myself. So when you look back at it, you're like, oh, wow, that's easy. What am I paying for? So, well, I'm paying for, you know, stuff I would have never thought of. And that's so it's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad that we're kind of setting things up that are going to be part of the larger programs. And then we'll just continue doing it for months and years to come.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, in fact, I already told somebody that I told some, listen, in your new business, and he's already a corporate director, a corporate director. And I told him, I said, there's some people I'm working with that are going to be right next to you within the next 12 months, and they're doing it all on LinkedIn. So I'm excited about working with you too.
Yes, sir.
I will see all of you tomorrow, and yeah,
outstanding.
You all have a wonderful rest of your day.
Great day, guys.